Hi, I'm going to do two videos today. My first one was about my health, and this one is more of a political thing. I know I said I wasn't going to be a political activist, but I changed my mind. I just wanted to say something that I've realised and why I'm so on about cannabis and opium and etc. etc. Okay, so people talk about a patriarchy. What is a patriarchy? Is it every white man in the world? Does every white man, is he privileged? No, that's bullshit, okay? The patriarchy is not every white man in the world. In fact, most white men are slaves to the patriarchy. That's why the whole feminism movement gets my goat. What is the patriarchy? I would say it's the people up the top that try and control us. And how do they do it? Well, they keep from us things that are worth value, and they keep us in poverty. If you look up a capitalist society and how to keep one, you have to have 10% of the people poor. It's part of how it works. I studied socialism at uni. I dropped out. But anyway, whatever. Check it out yourself. I can't be bothered. But it's boring to me. The thing is, they've got magic. Magic. Ha 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 ha. How funny. They've got all the gold. And they've got anything worth value like opium, marijuana, tobacco they keep from us. So anything that has power, they keep from us. And magic is one of those things. And how long has a patriarchy existed? And this whole, I don't want to go into Christianity or whatever, but I'm not a Christian. And I don't believe in God like that. That's my belief. I'm allowed to have it. I do believe. You can believe what you want. But I do believe there's something. I believe in life, conscious life, which is why I'm a witch. I believe that that is the original belief structure, and that's the truth. That's how it works. Life is, and that's it. And it doesn't. I could argue it out with you, but I can't be bothered. But the thing is this: the truth of it is, the patriarchy, Illuminati, is what they are, or the establishment. The big corporate men up the top that are now 85 years old, most of them, they've got everything you could ever want. They're the richest people in the world. And they got told that if they were that, they'd be successful and happy. They can't even get it up anymore. And the young girls that they thought they could get because they had so much money don't want to be with 85-year-old men, even though they own big corporations. Or if they do, it's just not that attractive, or they're fake. So how good can it be, really, being in the establishment or up the top? And what would you do with all that time and money? I've got a really good idea of what they do. And some of it is bossing people around and making them do things like this. I don't get made to do that. I just think it's funny. Ha ha ha! What does that mean, you stupid fuckheads? What does that do? Does that make us all go, oh, there's a pyramid? How magical. Oh, wow. The thing is, magic, if it exists, is good. Not bad, good. You told us it was bad because you didn't want us to have it. Because you want to keep control of us. Fuck you. I'm a witch. And, oh, yeah, while I'm at it, because you know I love to do this. It's my magic wand. To anyone who does not dark magic, that tries to misuse what is good or take away the power from the people. Establishment, Illuminati, stupid white men who aren't white men, okay? I don't know what colour they are, and I don't think it fucking matters. But all white men are not privileged, and that's the truth. And the patriarchy is the Illuminati. And they're brainwashing you by not letting you have fun. You're not allowed to be happy. You have to stay sad and in the pursuit of happiness. Because if you're always pursuing something, you'll feel like you're doing something and they'll keep you busy and you'll keep working for them to make them all the money that makes them so happy. It doesn't make any fucking sense, which is why it's insane sport, which is why we need to stop. But they're just having fun with you. But I'm not part of it, and I don't live that life, and it doesn't really affect me. And as much as I say I want to stay in a space of love, and I can point these things out, and I am, because I think my opinion is valid, and I think a lot of you don't have a clue of what's going on. I think you're just busy pursuing happiness. And they don't know how to have it. They get people like Matt Damon to get up there and say, I'm everything that you're supposed to be, white man. I'm successful. I have 4 daughters. I have, every time, 4 daughters. Wife. He puts off the image that he has the most successful life there ever was or ever will be. I can't see how it's possible, sorry. I don't get how the guy can do so many movies and have such a life. He must be Superman. He must be. Or he's a really, really good actor. Who knows? But anyway, I'll stop ranting now. And I'll say, my living wish is to meet Eminem. And the truth is, I want to meet him because I think he knows stuff. And I don't want to tell you what I know. And I don't want him to tell you what he knows. But I want him to tell me what he knows and me to tell him what I know. And then we'll just know. That's what I want. Anyway, I'm allowed to wish what I want. See, love you, bye. I'm back. I wanted to add a bit more to that. All in all, we're just another brick in the wall. No, not that, but that's what they are. Bricks in their pyramid. And they don't get it. I watched a video the other day, and it was talking about becoming your own godliness, which we are all individual sovereign beings with free will, gods unto ourselves. We are. Whether you choose to submit to something else, it's still your decision. So you are a god unto yourself. But the realization of that is transcending their pyramid. Their pyramid, they're just part of that. They're part of the mountain we climb called life. And I feel like, Lord, you gave me a mountain this time. I do feel like that song. Probably no one would understand it when they heard it. They'd think, that's not Letitia's life, but it is in a metaphorical way. I don't know if you know the song, but it's a pretty heart-wrenching song. But I feel like I've climbed that mountain and I'm at the top of it. And I watched this video about transcending the pyramid, and that's what I've done. I've become my own God self. So I create my own happiness. I choose to be happy now with what I have. That's my choice. And they can't take it away from me. No one can. No one can do that. You can put me in solitary confinement. You can't take away. Unless you can take away my freedom of choice, puppeteer me, or completely take over control my mind and body and soul. And I'm not saying that can't be done, but if that could be done, then I wouldn't be responsible. So I could live with a clear conscience, knowing that I am good. And as long as I do that myself, I've transcended them. And the thing is, I said before, the patriarchy is not white men. And I'm out there, I've told you that, and I'm psychic, telepathic, I'm not going to tell you what I know. I can't. It's too dangerous for most people to know. But I am going to tell you that, yeah, there's life forms out there. And I believe that the patriarchy wasn't men at all. And it was alien influence. I don't believe in all the David Icke shit. I think David Icke was part of it, and his job was to perpetuate fear. And if you look at any of his work, you'll see that that's true. He says don't have fear while selling it to you. So that doesn't make sense. Insane sport. He's part of it. And his job is to perpetuate fear, to make us scared of the Illuminati, which are nothing to be scared of, because we have love on our side. And there is no greater power than love. And they can try and sell us fear all they want. And that's what they do. They sell us fear. And this sex sells is all about fear too, because you're never good enough or young enough or whatever. It's got to be something that no one would ever want to do anyway. It's fear. Everything is fear. That's the only thing they've got. That's all they have. We have love. So what are they going to do? They can't. And so as much as they try and keep everything from us, and the thing is with cannabis, tobacco and opium and magic, drugs open the mind, and that's why they don't want us to have them. That's why they're so afraid of psychoactive drugs, because they make people think. And there's been many studies done that have proven this, but they don't want it out there because, well, the studies are out there, but they don't want us having that stuff because it is magic. And they don't want us to have any magic. But really, the true magic is love. But they stop us from loving ourselves by telling us we're not good enough, and by setting examples like Matt Damon that are unattainable even for him. There's no way that guy can live up to who he's supposed to be. I feel sorry for the guy, and I really do. I feel sorry for him, because imagine having to be him and know that you can't be who you say you are. Or I know my dad was like that. He was a minister, and he had to have a job as well, and we were on display, our family, and we couldn't live up to, we were up on platforms being examples and in front of thousands of people in my religion that I was brought up in, and I know that it was all lies because I did it, and my dad did it, and he had to, because my religion, which I'll say out loud, Jehovah's Witnesses, was based on the Illuminati. If you go back to the early Watchtower magazines, you'll see Illuminati symbology, and the guy that started the religion is buried under a fucking pyramid. Okay, so it's an Illuminati religion. So, but most of them are. Anyway, patriarchy. Forget David Icke's bullshit. All right, maybe it's the wrong word, and it is the wrong word, because Illuminati, illuminated, means that you know. If anyone's Illuminati, oh, I'm the Illuminati, and all right, that's the symbol for it. And this one, okay, God Queen, and this one, both eyes open, fuck faces, and this one, okay, we were ants, shit-eating ants. That's what we are. So get over it, and be appreciative for what you have, and realise what's going on, because this is life, and it's all you get. There's so much to say. I don't know how to say it. Bye. So my living wish is, again, to meet Eminem and chat with him privately. Bye. 3 times the charm. And 4 is my magic number, because 4 elements, but I've done 4 videos. It will be today, but these 3 will all be part 1, 2 and 3 together. The other thing that the government keeps, or the Illuminati or hierarchy, the Illuminati, we'll call them, the establishment, whatever, keeps from us is information. They say we're not censored, but try looking up peer-reviewed articles. If you want to be taken seriously, these days, they've made it so that you have to use peer-reviewed articles, which I think is a load of shit, because academia is just Chinese whispers. It really is. If you know what academia is, you're not allowed to plagiarise, but you have to write what someone else has written in your own words and reference them. That's Chinese whispers. Anyway, but so they tell you, firstly, they have an education system that teaches us what they want us to know, and then any study that's done, if you try to look up peer-reviewed articles, they're all protected in university databanks. So when you are at uni, you get access to different databanks where you can get access to university papers. But if you're not at uni, you don't have access to those papers. Now, if you're at uni, you're getting brainwashed on a daily basis by their system. It's set up to serve them. That's what it's for. Why else would they pay for it? Why else would they have it? It's set up to serve them. And the other way, so they keep magic from us. They've told us that it's bad. They killed witches. They've made religion say that magic is bad, and yet religion uses magic up the top. They've tried to keep information from us always. Even the written word, the Bible wasn't allowed to be given out years ago. It was only recently that Catholics were even allowed to have the Bible. People weren't allowed to read. It was only the scholars and the hierarchical people that were allowed to read. So this isn't a new thing. But it's not that old either. It hasn't been repression of women always. I think the biblical times, I mean, the Bible, I don't believe to be historically accurate, and that's my belief. But the timeline, even that, really, patriarchy, or this, what the feminism movement is against, or this equality thing, which I don't believe in either. I don't believe in equality. I believe in fairness. See, there's so many ways that they brainwash you, and it all sounds so good, like Hitler. How do you get people to believe something and buy into it? It's got to be close to the truth. You have to make your lie close to the truth so that people will buy it. So they try and make it sound good. Equal sounds good. But there's no such thing as equal. It can't happen. A man is stronger physically than a woman. It's just the way it is. I don't care. Generally, some women are strong physically. But overall, men are more physically stronger than women. That's not equal. But that doesn't mean it's fair because they're stronger, that they can hit. But the thing is, more women are physically violent than men. That's actually true. More women are physically violent than men. But no one speaks about that. More men kill themselves. But no one talks about that because men get the blame for everything. They get the blame for everything because they're the patriarchy. But they're not the patriarchy. They're slaves to the patriarchy. They're expected to provide, look after, explain, make sense of, fix, run, and take responsibility for everything. And we're upset because they wouldn't let us help. I'm not sure. I don't get it. But all I know is that back in the olden days, people worked together as a team. and women and men worked in the garden, not just men and not just women. Women and men worked in the garden, and women and men ate, and women and men lived. And that's fair. Anyway, I don't think that we live in an unfair world. I think life itself is very fair, but it's letting us see what it is, because if we don't have an example of what is wrong, how would we know? How would we know what is right? Really, they're doing us a blessing, and all this discussion and all these movements and all these opinions are good, as much as they annoy me sometimes. I'm now joining in because I realise that that's the way we learn, is we talk, we discuss, we grow and we evolve. And we need to talk in order to learn, but we also need to listen, be open-minded, and not let ourselves be brainwashed. Let ourselves think our own thoughts and really think, what do we truly want and believe? And I believe that the mass consciousness wants love and happiness. Peace is boring as fuck. Love and happiness is what we want. And that's what they're trying to take away from us. They defile love and they tell us it's wrong to be happy. We just have to be in pursuit of they tell us what happiness is and that they've got it, but if you just look at what they've got, I think you'll see it might sound good if you listen, and it might look like maybe they've got it all if you want to be really delusional. But there's no way. Live in the real world. They do. We all do. Even if you Hollywood it up and pretend you don't, you do. We all do. So let's get real and start living a better life. And we need to do it just on an individual basis, because just by doing that and being love ourselves, we will change the world. And one person is you, and you make a difference. Cool. See, love you, bye. My living wish, again, I've already said it, is to meet Eminem. See, love you, bye. And I'm really gone this time. Bye.